Guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sugar Acid Darling. Thank you guys so much for clicking once again. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And to all my OGs, you know what to do. Like this video, comment down below, let me know, gang. On today's video, we're going to be talking about something that has been plaguing Canada and the Canadian society for a couple of years now. And that's the job market. The job market has been something else. You would agree with me, one of the selling points for people that moved to Canada was that we were seeing, adverts and the rest of them. Canada needs workers. Canada is looking for workers. There's so many jobs and all of that. So at this point, having a struggling job market is not something that a lot of people prepared for. On this video, I'm going to be showing you, of course, on TikTok, you just need to go there. Everybody's complaining, but I'm not just going to dwell on the complaints. We're also going to share, ideas. I do not know everything. I'm not even, if you're just new, let me welcome you and tell you on this channel, I do not give advice. Everything I'm saying is not legal advice in any way, shape or form. And also it's not something that you must do. It's just gist, okay? Just like any other content. But we're going to discuss some areas that are speculative in terms of opportunities that may come in the nearest future, okay? To piggyback from the other videos I've been doing, you know that our Prime Minister resigned. We still have to wait till March 24th to know where the country is headed. And there are lots of things. As typical of an election year, we are not sure. You will find that many people that move to Canada, they have to study something. They have to, take some courses, find ways to reabsorb into the job market. And this is not just for immigrants. Canadians born in Canada have been feeling the pinch. This particular video I'm going to play now is a Canadian lady. I think she was born here, and she was just talking about how difficult it has been for her.
Could someone tell me what I'm doing wrong? I have been applying for a minimum of 10 to 25 jobs every single day for the last 3 months, and I've been doing it consistently. I haven't even received a rejection letter. It says, thank you for applying, and then no word. There's no application status. There's nothing. My last real job, they fired me because I didn't want to take advantage of small business. I have gotten calls and stuff, and it's always, oh, you're overqualified. But then other jobs, I'm underqualified. What is it? I am very proud to be Tamil, by the way, but on my resume, I don't put my last name anymore because it is very traditional, and I don't even want that affecting my, if people are not going to even talk to me. And then on top of that, everything is expensive. I don't even want to do much with my money. I just want to be able to take care of my dog. Don't worry, I'm not going to cry on camera. Okay, so I have a problem with being too honest, apparently. So I've been working on it by not speaking. I don't know what else to do. Do you know how embarrassing it is to move back to your family's house at the age of 26? I thank God every single day for not having a kid. A kid would obviously be a blessing, but I couldn't imagine what other people are going through with kids. The stupid thing about this is I hate crying, and I usually don't cry, but yeah, I don't know. I just want a job. I'm not saying I don't want free money. I want to work for it. I want a real job. I want a good job. It could be minimum wage. I forgot to tell this. I was offered a job 3 months ago, and the only reason I rejected it because it was all the way in the south. It was night shift, and I would be getting paid minimum. Or sorry, not minimum. $15.50. I literally lost my studio because I didn't want to pay $1.5 every single month. I haven't really lost hope, but I don't know. You're supposed to make connections, so if there's literally anyone who knows of a job, this is one of my chances. So please, just I don't know. I have a good resume, I think.
Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So she raised really fantastic points. Not everybody, I'm just going to say this off the bat, not everybody has the option of family, but most times when I speak with Canadians and I find those that are struggling, even in the office when we just banter, I'm like, why are you in a hurry to leave your family house? Like, what is this? They're like, oh, I'm 24, I have to go. I feel like, yes, it's embedded in their society to, you know, mature and leave the nest by maybe 18, go and find your own path and the rest of them. But things have been changing so fast. If you take one extra year in your parents' house, as against spending 2,500 a month on rent, after 12 months, you will have substantial savings. Everything, all things being equal. If you're able to stay 2 months or 2 years, you will have even more savings, especially when you know maybe you're saving towards a business or you're saving towards something. It helps a lot. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. You also raised the point about not having kids. Many people are feeling the pinch, but then I feel like it bites a lot more when you have to take care of kids, because there's childcare, and sometimes the job and the childcare kind of cancel out each other. The amount you're paying for childcare and the amount they're giving you at your job, it cancels out. So it's almost like you're just busy doing nothing. That's why most times when you come here, you find people that want to be stay-at-home moms and want to maybe rely on one income and the rest of them. It's not out of their laziness, so to speak. It's just that there's some jobs that it's not worth it. And I feel like, especially for immigrants, when you come into a space, it's good to be observant as to how people that have been there are living. That will give you kind of like a good basis to which you form your own thoughts. It makes no sense to ship your children all the way from your home country, come to a new place, and then at the end of the day, you're not there for them. It makes no sense. So for me, I would always say, like, what's the one that can, what's the ball that we can drop? Okay, somebody had an analogy I saw online, and they were talking about plastic balls, glass balls, rubber balls. The glass balls are your kids. You cannot drop it. So even here, there are certain, how would I even put it, there are certain jobs I cannot take because I'm looking at, okay, by that time, who will take care of my son? And when I was in Toronto, I didn't care. I would be doing shift up to 1 a.m. It was just me. Whenever I get home, I don't mind. I just need to sleep. Or if I have food, I eat and I sleep. It's just when you have kids, everything changes. So if you're looking to move or you're looking to bring your family, these are things to consider, okay? And then she added another point about having a job. And there are some jobs you will get that you might need to turn down. Not because you don't want to work, but because the pay is so low, it cancels out the fuel you use to drive to the job and the money they are going to pay you. If in some cases you have to pay for parking, if in some cases you have to pay for other extras, it cancels out. So there are times when people say, oh, there are jobs, but some jobs are not for everybody. Do you understand? In that kind of sense, yes. Sometimes even when you see the job that you like and that is for you, employers are taking advantage of the fact that there are no jobs to give even smaller offers. Not all, but most employers will try to, wiggle, as much as everybody wants to save money, and they don't even care. You understand? That's why I did the video when I said, if jobs are not coming the way it's supposed to come, or we're not getting increased wages in our jobs, we need to cut down on our expense. Now guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But there is a silver lining, okay? The silver lining is a particular video that I saw, and it's something speculative because, like I said, I am somebody that likes to look at the political angle, what is happening in politics, and I believe that things will get better this year. That is just my belief. And when I saw this particular TikTok, I'm going to be playing it for us to discuss. This one just kind of cemented my belief. Okay, let's watch this video.
Right now, we are in what they call an employer market. An employer market is where employers post jobs and they get hundreds, if not thousands, of applicants. I've been in recruitment since 2015, and ever since I've been in recruitment, it's been the opposite way around. It's been a candidate market. They've posted jobs and no one has applied. And in some industries like hospitality, government jobs, construction, it's still the case. They will post jobs and no one will apply. But for most corporate jobs right now, it's the complete opposite. But it's a market, and this means that a market will change. It's simply supply and demand. Right now, a lot of companies are not hiring aggressively. But as soon as that starts to change, which will be later on this year, probably around the election time, then we will start to see a shift back to a candidate market. And we will see things like higher wages come back. We'll see things like remote work come back. So if you're on a long job search, just know this, it's not going to last forever.
All right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It's kind of like a video, how would I put it, like the gold in the dirt, because it helps us look onto brighter things. But for me, I would say the reason why I believe it's going to get better is because if the Conservative Party takes power, their push is a lot centered on economic growth. And that means companies and investors that left in mass over the past 8 to 10 years might start coming back. The Conservative Party, of course, in Alberta, where Conservative Danielle Smith is. So if they leverage on the fact that we need to actually drill more oil and make use of our natural resources, it's going to bring jobs. Why? Because we have the oil companies will start hiring again. There'll be jobs in transportation, there'll be jobs in safety, there'll be jobs everywhere. And the moment jobs come back up, every other thing is going to come back up. Another thing you have to understand is there was, I think, a contract for TC Energy. There's one company here, TC Energy, was supposed to do the pipeline that takes from, I think, Alberta to the US to supply gas, natural resources. Joe Biden came and cancelled it. They won. A lot of people lost their jobs. So if at all that contract is going to come back and some other things, not only would it bring back development, it's going to bring back a lot of jobs. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We are lacking on housing. We are lacking on many things. But a lot of companies are holding their money back because they do not know what the next government is going to do. So if you're coming in as a new government, most times they have to have incentives for all these job providers. What are the incentives? What are the tax breaks they can get if they have, like, maybe they hire 5,000 people, they hire more people, and they have those discussions with the government. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now let's discuss the areas where you can start to focus on if you want to, leverage on the prospective job boom that is coming around the corner. Now the first one will be, everybody and their grandmother knows IT and tech is where it's at. The only downside with this one is that it's not just something you study and you're not very good at. You would get maybe some basic entry-level jobs, but maybe if you're not too good, the competition is too stiff to not be fantastic at IT and tech. Like, it has to be something you enjoy. It's not something you're just doing because you heard that I said it maybe gives jobs. It's like people that jump in and do cyber security and the rest of them, and I've not seen you touch, maybe immediately after you finished your program, you never did anything coding, you never went back, picking up projects here and there. It's going to be tough for you to nail any interview. Even when you have downtime in terms of jobs, if you really want to succeed in IT and tech, you have to continuously improve your skill, continuously learn the new software on the block, continuously improve continuously improve on these softwares, and that way you stay relevant in the job market. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The second one is a no-brainer: healthcare. Many people have started studying for PSW courses since they did the renewed postgraduate work permit eligibility. A lot of people are going into personal support worker, caregivers, and the rest of them. But the truth is, not everybody can survive the healthcare sector. Let's just say maybe you're not good with blood, you're not good with taking care of people. Do not go into this thing simply because you want to get postgraduate work permit and you just say, if I get it, maybe I will jump to another thing. Fine and good. What else are you going to jump to? So right off the bat, I would say you have to work your next 5-year plan. You might not know it all. The truth about Canada is, even when you come in, it might still change, but it's best to have like plans in place. Okay, so for healthcare, even though you're not doing PSW, there's addictions counseling. You can do social worker. It has nothing to do with like changing people or being exposed to the hospital scene like that. It's just care. So if you're good at that, you can explore. Another area that people might not be looking at, but it's in healthcare, is massage therapists. There are different forms of alternative medicine that still gives like jobs here in Canada. It's weird, but it works. The third one will be engineering. Of course, if you're not cut out for engineering, you're not cut out for it. But if you're in the engineering field, blessed art thou. The only thing is, it's going to give you PGWP. It will not give you PR. Same thing with IT. That's my first point. If you are coming in as a student and you're studying anything in IT and tech, you do not qualify for PR, although you qualify for postgraduate work permit. So you have to have another what would I put it, skill, or another like profession that probably you've been doing back home or something that falls under the current categories for PR. It's also important, especially for those of you that are looking at being in Canada long term. These are the steps and the plans you can have. The next one will be accounting and finance. Also, it doesn't give PR, but it gives, I don't know. No, I don't think accounting gives postgraduate work permits. Please check. Don't quote me on that. But the fourth point, accounting and finance, I've seen many roles where accountants, they're looking for accountants. So most people that just come and land with PR, if you're an accountant back in your home country, you would get some roles. And if you can sit for the Canadian, I think CPA or something, that's the name of the program or the course you need to do for the Canadian side, or CFA or something like that. Do one of those their certification courses to just give you a leg up, especially for some big companies. They want you to have those certifications. So if you love accounting, it's what you've been doing back home, yes, there's the market. Fifth one is, of course, oil and gas, energy, safety, things that have to do with the field. If you've been working in the oil and gas sector, a province like Alberta where there's a lot of oil, Grand Pierre, there are rigs, there are plenty rigs, Fort Saskatchewan, Fort McMurray, many of these areas have oil fields that you can, leverage these skills on. If you're an offshore subsea welder and the rest of them, these are areas that you can look at. The sixth point is education. Now, under education, I would say early childhood education, because there's a gap. I'm going to be talking about this in another video when it comes to the education and the quality of education we are getting right now in Canada. I'm going to talk about it in another video. Please, as much as possible, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But I have my thoughts, and I have, how my own things are. I have very strong thoughts as concerning early childhood education. One indicator is the fact that I was speaking to somebody that used to be in early childhood education. She worked with me, and then she was like, for early childhood, you need to get a certain percentile, especially like for the place she was working at. But then for something like high school and the rest, they just if you just pass or something, so it kind of keeps a gap, so to speak, in terms of the quality of individuals who are getting post nursery and primary education. So that's by the way. But for education, there are spaces. Another thing about education is the recent news we've been getting. I'm going to do a separate video about that. Colleges are having a lot of losses, as it were. So education in tertiary institutions might not be the best time right now, because the kind of policies that were put in place, I don't know if it's something that can change like this. Okay, I don't know if it's something that can change like this, but let's just be looking at that. The seventh one I wrote here is hospitality and tourism. I work in the hospitality sector, events. If you're into events, anything you have experience working in the event space, weddings, corporate bodies, hotels, and the rest of them, there are always jobs for hospitality and tourism, depending on the place. There are some jobs that are maybe not in the main cities, resorts, and the rest of them. You would see jobs. If you're willing to also grow within the sector, there's a large possibility for growth as well. So the eighth one I wrote here is trades. We've been talking about trades a lot. Carpentry in Canada is different from carpentry back home, but it helps to sort of have the background knowledge of how it works, because here everything they're building is with wood. So if you have the understanding and the knowledge, or you want to go and study it in school, fine and good. Plumbing, electrician, all those mechanics and the rest of them, all these are trades. Then the ninth one will be content creation, so to speak. It's not such that you get sure money, but I feel it's a growing industry in terms of content. Wedding, the creative space Canada is light, it's not close to US in terms of how much. Even in the wedding industry, I look at it, I'm like, US is miles ahead. But I find that the beauty of having that kind of gap means that there are people that can pioneer certain changes, and there are people that can pioneer certain industries here in Canada. Like, it's a fertile ground. So if you're a creative, if you're a photographer, a videographer, there is that space. What you can do is to have mini packages where you can promote, you can meet up with influencers, or if you're a photo and a videographer, your studio, make it in such a way that influencers can have like a sign up. They come and they make their content for the month at a certain price. You meet up with people. Like, you have to think outside the box. Okay, there's a new, maybe let's say a sculpture or something in downtown, or wherever the city is. You can maybe advertise for influencers. I'm going to be having a mini series at this location. So those that want, you want maybe 10 pictures, one short video for Instagram, come around. So you have like brunch content. Where are we shooting our brunch content? Where are we shooting our, bathtub content? Where are we shooting this content or that content? And I find that most times, I'm not a photographer, but I'm a creative, and most times I try to see if I would discuss with people that already have this and find ways that they can push it. You cannot say, I see it will not work, but you've never tried it. No, that doesn't work like that. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The way Canada is shaped right now, I feel like as much as we're looking for the jobs, you have to find ways that you can also create these jobs, side hustles, things you can do in the creative space that may give you some other money, here and there. There's nothing that is too small. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I just wanted to shine a light and kind of give you guys hope. I do not want to be doing like videos where, yes, we complain about job markets, but there's no hope. What's next? What can I do? I'm about to come in. Imagine a student watching this and the person has not even entered Canada yet, and I'm saying there's no job. There's a way it is. So if you're back home, remember we have talked about developing normal skills like your hairdressing and the rest of them. Have those skills, have skills that can also translate beyond entrepreneurship, like you're useful to companies and the rest. And that's why I did this breakdown. I saw this video on TikTok and I thought to share. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as usual, I remain your girl, Asi Darling. Please check out my other videos and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.